Hundreds of pro-Palestinian protesters have rallied outside Sydney Opera House, some lighting flares as others chanted and waved Palestinian flags. As Liam Tapper reports, police dragged away a lone Israeli supporter who wanted to confront the crowd.
Well, there were tense scenes at the Opera House last night as hundreds of Palestinian supporters came together. They began at a rally at Town Hall earlier in the night before making their way through the city and down to the steps of Sydney's Opera House. There they were met with a heavy police presence who created a ring around the steps of the Opera House. On the ground, those Palestinian supporters, they were seen chanting anti-Semitic chants along with anti-government chants. They also let off a number of flares, shooting some at police. Also onto the steps of the Opera House, an Israeli flag was also destroyed this morning. The Premier questioning just how this rally went ahead.
I think that they were abhorrent. I think that they're the opposite of what we want in our modern multicultural community. To have some people celebrate atrocious, indiscriminate killing and kidnapping in Israel is appalling.
Now, throughout the whole night, only one person was arrested. He was a man at Town Hall earlier in the night who was carrying an Israeli flag. He was deemed to be a disturbance to the peace. This morning, police have condemned all of those protesters who were in attendance.
In the circumstances, it was considered the best option for police was to manage the movement of those people from Sydney Town Hall to the Opera House to ensure that we were able to control the movement of the people and get them to a place where we could manage the rally in its form and to prevent the risk of conflict.
Now, the sails of the Opera House were eventually lit blue and white, the colours of the Israeli flag. However, it was dim and it was an hour behind schedule. We understand this was due to try to temper the potential violence that could take place at the Opera House. But it must be said that tensions are still high here in Sydney, with security now elevated for the Jewish community.